Welcome back, Cougar fans. My name is Lindley Southern with CUCougars.com, and this is your Cougar Press Pass. Men's soccer opened up conference play at home this week. Their first game at Rockford University resulted in a 4-3 loss. Juan Maresco and Caleb Kale both scored their first career goals at CUC. Bernardo Delgado scored the other goal and assisted Maresco's goal. Nathan Gudiel and Kyle Schultz split time in goal, where they each recorded 2 saves. On Saturday, they took on MSOE, where they fell 6-0. Gudiel spent most of the time in the net for the Cougars, picking up 7 saves. Chase Zizak also recorded time in the net, picking up 2 saves. Men's soccer will be back in action on Wednesday, where they will travel to Illinois Tech for their 3rd conference game of the season. Women's soccer also opened up conference play this week. The Cougars won their first NAC matchup 1-0 over Rockford. Erica Flores scored the lone Cougar goal. The Cougar offense was busy, putting up 50 total shots and 24 on goal. Brooke Sheriff and Caitlin Wagner split time in goal, but they faced 0 shots thanks to the Cougar lockdown defense. They then took on MSOE on Saturday, where they fell 2-0. Sheriff picked up a massive career-high 13 saves in the net. Women's soccer will be back in action on Wednesday, where they will take on the Scarlet Hawks of Illinois Tech at home. Women's volleyball played 2 non-conference matches this week. They traveled to Eureka College, where they defeated the Red Devils 3-1. Lily Hunt was the lone Cougar in double-digit kills with 10. Bethany Rothel and Eva Fitzgerald led from the service line, tallying 6 aces each. Fitzgerald also collected 23 assists and 11 digs on the night. The Cougars returned home the next day to take on Lake Forest College, where they came up short in a 5-set thriller. Hunt led again in kills with 12, and India Day followed with 9 kills and 6 aces. The Cougars were a wall at the net as Harmony Cooper recorded 5 blocks, and Beatrice Gonzalez and Ava Quevedo had a collective 9 blocks. Rothel led the defense in the backcourt with 16 digs. Women's volleyball will open up NAC play on Wednesday at Rockford University. Women's tennis competed in 3 games this week. They took on Illinois Tech at home, where they fell 7-0. In doubles, Amira Shakir and Amelia Engelman were the only duo to pick up wins in their match. They ended up falling 6-2. In singles, Engelman picked up 3-game wins in set 1 but fell. Courtney Schneider and Kathleen Castillo were the other 2 Cougars to pick up points, but they both fell in their matches. They then traveled to Iowa on Sunday to play 2 games. They first took on Cornell College, where they fell 7-0. In singles, Engelman fought a tough battle but ultimately fell short 6-4 and 6-0. The duo of Engelman and Shakir fought in their doubles match but fell 7-6. In Game 2, they took on Wartburg College, where they also fell 7-0. Engelman put up the biggest fight in singles but ultimately fell with scores of 6-4 and 6-1. Engelman and Shakir were the lone duo to score in doubles but ultimately fell. Women's tennis will be back in action on Saturday, where they will travel to Illinois College for another non-conference matchup. Men and women's cross country competed this Saturday at the Gil Dodds Invitational. Both men and women's teams took 18th. On the men's side, Dominic Carlson finished first for the Cougars with a personal best. Nathaniel Hernandez followed closely behind. William Leonard was the next Cougar finisher, who also set a personal best 8K time. 3 other Cougars in Julian Saltos, Cam Jackson, and Gael Arroyo also recorded personal bests. On the women's side, Rose Losey finished first for the Cougars with a personal best 6K. Sarah Redditch finished next for CUC, also with the personal best. Both men and women's teams will compete next on October 4th at the 25th Annual Warrior Cross Country Invitational. Football opened up conference play this Saturday, taking on St. Norbert College at home. The Cougars fell to the Green Knights 59-28. Colton Bosch recorded 242 passing yards on 17 completions, including 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. Jerron Brown led on the ground with 44 rushing yards, including a 16-yard touchdown run. Kevin Lawson led in the air with 5 receptions for 65 yards, including a 29-yard touchdown. Jackson Martinez totaled 64 yards on 3 receptions and a 38-yard touchdown. Blake Hinton rounded out the Cougars' touchdowns with a 25-yard rushing touchdown late in the game. Caden Strower led defensively with a career-high 10 tackles. Cougar football will be back on the road this Saturday at Wisconsin Lutheran College. Kickoff will be at 1 p.m. Coverage for all of our sports can be found at cucougars.com/coverage. My name is Lindley Southern, and this has been your Cougar Press Pass. Roll Cougs!